All humans have gone through a moment of challenges and trials in their lives. What shapes the heroes and the villains out of them is how they dealt with whatever it was that they faced. We've all had this daunting moment when we are completely down and we think that that's it. It's never going to become better. Or these moments when we think that this is the worst it could ever be, as if no one else has ever gone through our predicament. But then we come over it and the challenge is over, and it is as though we've never been tested. Few months later or few years later, we face other challenges and we think again that this is the worst it could ever be. Every challenges become more and more difficult, and we come out of it either bitter or better. I once had two friends who narrated to me one of the worst moments in their lives. One was a religious Muslim girl, and she told me that she wasn't always like that. So I asked her, "What brought you closer to God?" "I lost a very dear friend," she answered. "Life is very short to waste it on unnecessary things." Or at least she said something similar to that. The other one, however, told me that he was a Christian who had lost his faith in God. So curious as I was, I asked him, "Why is that? What distanced you from God?" He replied, "I lost a very dear friend, and I cannot fathom the idea that a being is up there allowing me to suffer this way." So I told him, "Your issue is not that you do not believe in God. You are angry with God. And you being angry with God does not mean that He is not there." Nevertheless, what I took out of this story is that we all react differently to situations. The same challenge that brings one closer to God distance the other from God. This is to say that you decide how you want to react to whatever it is that is troubling you. Again, you either come out bitter or you come out better. Many a times you look at pieces in your life that you feel do not make sense, but you have no access to the whole picture. Everything has its own reason, and everything plays a part of a more comprehensive whole of who you will become. The key is to continue being patient as you walk along, giving in your all best. You will have to work your sweat out. You will have to give everything you have, physically, emotionally, and psychologically. The objective is to not let this affect your spiritual self, your faith in God, and the belief in yourself. No one is ever born winner, even if winning has been destined for them. You have to walk your way to it, and the path to success is filled with thorns and sweats and challenges of all kinds. Still, you have to continue walking, mounting and grinding hard, because when you finally get to your destination, all the pains you've gone through in the past will become a tale, or even yet forgotten. Do not cause time, and do not cause the pain that you receive. For every passage of time and each pain you receive today are going to build you and mold you into who you are going to become tomorrow. Knowledge is good, but knowledge coupled with wisdom, there's nothing that can supersede that. And most of the times, wisdom comes through experience. So whatever it is that you are facing today, do not just go through it, grow through it. Life is hard, they say. I say that it is our perception of life that is hard. Too much noises and too much expectations that makes us chase what is meaningless, or still yet what doesn't exist. Live a meaningful life and focus on the necessary things. Do not waste your time complaining about your pain. Turn that pain into gain. Change your perspective, the way you see things, and understand that every trials and challenges is a blessing in disguise. You will make it, and you will come out victorious, but you have to first empty your heart of doubt and fear. What will be, but the only way to know this is to take a step. Take that step. Believe you can, and you will. Do not allow anything to sway you from your path. Stand still, firm, spine on your hips, head on your shoulders. I believe in you. You have to believe in you as well. God is with you. He created you. He created the path. Then He placed you on the path. Do not ever think that He doesn't know what He's doing.